Right, this is a video for a Toyota Corolla Verso. This is a 2.2 diesel. The car is a T-Spirit version, so it's top of the range. And I think from memory it's done about 64,000, but I will double check that inside. Instantaneously forgotten that. Obviously T-Spirit, so you've got very, very high spec on this vehicle. Very, very well looked after car. Just had the one owner from new. It's got a lovely service history, full service history all the way through. Fitted with rear DVD screens and headphones and all sorts of stuff. Obviously a 7-seat car as well. I'll just go around the car for you because it's in really lovely condition. Coming around the front of the car here, lenses are all in really good order. There's a little bit of stone chipping which you're going to get on any car clearly, but it's few and far between. The bonnet's in very, very nice condition. Come down the flanks of the car here. Can't see any obvious indentations at all. It's going to crouch a little bit low. Offside front wing, again, it's got one tiny little stone chip on it which has been touched in, but that's really good. Alloy on the front there, again, very, very nice condition. And a Michelin tyre there with tons and tons of tread on it. Coming down the flanks, panel work's all really clean and crisp. It's really been very, very well kept, which will be an ongoing theme of this video, I'm afraid. And again, just come back down this side again just to show you the flanks and just how kind of pretty much mirror smooth they are. Again, come to the rear tyre here. Again, absolutely loads of tread on it, and the alloy in generally very, very good condition. Can't see any curbing on it. Obviously roof rails fitted to these vehicles on the T-Spirits. Coming around the back of the car, rear bumper, tailgate, pretty much unmarked. Can't see anything on there at all actually. And then near side again, just go down low down for you, just to see, again, I can't see any indentations on there. So as I said before, there's a couple of stone chips which have been previously touched in, but they're few and far between. And alloy on the side again, completely unmarked. Good Firestone tyre with loads and loads of tread, it's like new. And then the panel work again, really sort of clean and crisp. And final front tyre Michelin on the front again, which matches the other front one. Again, loads of tread, and the alloy is generally good. Just a few little curb marks on there, which obviously you normally expect to see on a near side wheel. Obviously that's the curb side of the car itself. But generally externally in very, very good order. So quickly just want to show into the back of the car, the rearmost seats in absolutely super condition. They really just don't look like they've been sat on in there. The car's been given a very, very quick clean, but the seats in really, really top condition. Right, coming to the back of the car now, rear door cards in really nice order. As I said, the video probably doesn't really do this justice in the sense that the seats here are in absolutely beautiful condition. They look pretty much like new. Now that's obviously more, you can clean seats and make them look good, but you can't take away sort of wear and tear. I wish I could pan back a bit further just to show you, but they are in remarkable condition. I mean, obviously whoever's had the car has bought it as a 7-seat car, but clearly just not used it for that, which is quite incredible. Just to show you, obviously T-Spirit, obviously got your headrests, and you've got your DVD screen working there. You come across, and again, all working on both sides. It's all been fully checked. They all work absolutely fine. And if I can poke down into here, we've got the remote control for the DVD system, and we've got 2 sets of headphones, and all you do is just twist them round to activate them, and they all work absolutely perfectly. But back of the front seats again in really lovely condition, and that isn't a given when you go and see these cars. It's because, I said, they are used for kind of family motoring and getting loads of kids around, and that doesn't always go hand in hand with cars in good condition. Right, coming to the front of the car now, driver's door card again, really lovely condition there. Obviously the car benefits from a full set of original Toyota mats for this particular car. Sill area is all really nice. Driver's seat, as with all the other seats, in absolutely fabulous condition. It really, really is. So the valet only had it for about 20 minutes, just hardly needed anything doing. Centre storage, and then obviously your passenger seat again. It's about as close as new as you'll ever see on any car of this type. Right, so inside the car now, engine's obviously running as it has been all the way through the video. Just going to pan around the dashboard. As with the rest of the car, absolutely stunning condition, it really is. All the plastic's completely original, can't see any marks, scratches or otherwise on them. You've got your radio there, which is all fully functional. Just pop that on there to show you.
Says children under.
And then down here you've got your dual zone climate control system as well. Looks like someone's fitted a Nokia hands-free system. That's not been tested, so I can't vouch for that at all. Gear lever and negator all in absolutely super condition there. Obviously 6-speed gearbox on the car, and obviously your centre console there as well, all little cubby holes. Coming across the steering wheel, obviously multi-function steering wheel on the car, so we've got, you know, audio top left and then display functions top right, and cruise control little tab down here for you. Coming into the main dashboard itself, engine running, as you can see, no warning lights on the car at all, and you've got 64,959 miles currently recorded on the car. But overall on the inside, you know, absolutely wonderful condition, it really is. So finally inside, just to show you here, we've got the original owner's manual pack with all the manuals inside, and the original locking wheel nut set that came with the car from new as well. Right, this is a road test for a Toyota Corolla Verso even. This is the 2.2 T-Spirit, it's the top of the range car. This car is registered RA08LXK. And I started this brief road test, has done 64,954 miles. The purpose of the road test is basically we're now selling to customers from all over the near continent and the extremes of the UK, and we just feel that's right, if people are going to come and see our cars, that they get to see the cars in operation prior to coming. So obviously I can make you aware of any issues there may be with the vehicle and just give you some feedback, and hopefully even some the confidence to come and see our cars. As you know, we're keen for you to see them in operation prior to coming. Road test is done on exactly the same roads just outside our business premises as you'll be going on yourself, and so it'll be very representative of what you'll experience yourself as well. What I'll try and do in the short time I've got to do it is just to go through exactly this kind of things you'll do, and I'll just kind of run through them in a sequence of events. So starting with the engine, 2.2 diesel, starts absolutely first press of the button in this case, because it's a button start. Settles to a very, very even, very quiet idle. Picks up its revs beautifully. There's no vibrations, noises, whistles or otherwise coming from the engine itself. I've had a couple of these and they do drive very, very well. It's an unbelievably economical engine, but very, very, very refined, much more so than the VW and Vauxhall competitors. So, you know, it's a really, really sweet engine. There's no warning lights on the car. Temperature gauge, the temperature runs perfectly on the car. There's no warning lights on for that. And they say there's no warning lights for the car at all, not just the engine, but anything else for that matter. Engine obviously runs through clutch and gearbox of the vehicle. The clutch is very light, very smooth in operation. When I push the clutch in and out, there's no discernible change in engine note. There's no vibrations coming back through the car at all, or noises that shouldn't be there. Pedal actuation is smooth, slick, no squeaks, no clicks or otherwise going back through the pedal either. Clutch then goes through to this gearbox, obviously a 6-speed gearbox on the diesels. Lovely gear change, very smooth, very slick, very hard not to find the right gear. It's not vague like you get in the Vauxhalls. It's a very, very smooth, very typically Japanese gearbox. They do them brilliantly well, and it doesn't show any discernible wear that I can feel in the linkage or in the gear shift itself, or the gator. So I'm just looking around because it looks like we've got traffic ahead of us, but we have indeed. That's always good news. But no, it's operating really nice. I said all the gator around here is in really top condition. To be fair, obviously more of that in a second. The condition of the car itself is absolutely superb. Ironically, it's a 7-seat car that looks like it's only ever had one person sat in it. That's by the by. Rest of the car, I'll do more as we're on the move, hopefully in a second. So So what I do is try and get up to speed a bit, hit the brake pedal for you, just check the steering of the car as well. But basically, you know, even the first impression when you jump into any car is always quite good. As this car's just been delivered to us, I have driven it previously, but obviously you do tend to forget these things. It's just that feeling of kind of togetherness with the car. It feels like it's been, as it has been, absolutely beautifully looked after. Because I really just can't detect any obvious signs of wear in the mechanicals or otherwise. Steering, as I said, it's quite old-fashioned in a way. Obviously, it's power steering, so it's light, but it's got a lovely mechanical feel to it. It's kind of oily, sort of heavier at speeds to give you kind of a nice control of the vehicle. It's not overlight, and you know, for a relatively upright MPV, it maintains good body control. The suspension of the car is very smooth riding. There's no clunks or bangs coming from underneath. There's no noises that shouldn't be there other than when you hit it over a bump like that. And the kind of things you're looking out for is kind of aftershocks, where it's like an anti-roll bar chattering away underneath, but there's nothing at all. Steering of the car tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's not a hint of vibration coming back through the steering wheel at all. As I'm driving at speed now, listening out for kind of noises that shouldn't be there from sort of wind noises, like, you know, poorly fitted windscreens or, you know, seals gone in windows, but it's not. It's very, very quiet in here actually. I'm going to deliberately brake hard into this 30-mile-an-hour zone so I can check the brakes of the car. But yeah, they're right at the top of the pedal. Nice firm pedal, no pulsing, no vibration coming back through the pedal itself. This is always a good sign. So excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so I might be a bit sort of snuffly and muffled sounding. But yeah, I mean, as a drive, you know, they always drive well, these things. It's rare to come across one that doesn't drive well, even with, you know, big mileages on them. But, you know, certainly by comparison to, you know, sort of the Vauxhalls of this world and some of the Fords of this age, you know, it's a very different beast. It's a beautifully engineered car. Looking inside the vehicle, I'll do hopefully this video will come after, although I do it before, funny enough, but just editing, like a walk around appraisal video of the car. But what's hard to gauge on the video is, when looking inside the car, normally 7-seat cars are clearly bought for that purpose, you know, so you're transferring around little horrors who we like to think they're all angels. They're not. They, you know, kick, they spill things, they drop things, they mark things, they scratch things, unless that's just my family, but they're, you know, inevitably over years, cars like this more often than not will show signs of fairly heavy use, and it's incredibly hard not for that to happen. Oh, that sounds terrible grammar, isn't it? There we are. But inside the car, the plastics on the front here, absolutely wonderful condition. There's hardly a mark on them. You know, it's been kept in really lovely order. The seats, we've not even valeted the car at the back. They just generally do not look like anyone sat on them at all. They're amazing condition. Again, normally with these cars, we normally spend a couple of days valeting them. They need a good wet vac on the seats to bring them back up to even close to original condition. You know, this will take probably half an hour to clean. It's that nice inside the vehicle, and it's a real testament to the way the last person's kept the car. And I said, if they've got a family, wow, that's very impressive indeed. Because I've given my kids about 10 minutes here and they destroy it. But it's you know, it really does drive nicely. As I said, do believe me when I say, when I do these tests, that if I can find something on the test drive, I do tell you about it, and I have done on previous videos as well. It's not just to get you to our garage. It's, you know, it is to see if there's any little issues we can attend to prior to coming. But I can feel nothing thus far on the test drive itself. Every switch I've pressed has worked perfectly. I will do my pet test. I just want to check the wipers, because I hate smeary wipers. If I can work out how to do it. Oh, there we are. No, even they're good. How annoying. So there we are. So all in all, said, if you know, whether you're coming sort of 10 minutes up the road, or, you know, a couple of days across Europe, you know, you're not going to be coming to drive a car which has got some issues with it. You're coming to drive a car that drives absolutely in wonderful condition. in a wonderful way rather. And as I said, there's no discernible wear that I can feel in the vehicle, which sort of mirrors the way the car has been looked after, to be fair. So anyway, I hope the video's been of some help to you. If there's anything on the video that I may have missed that I should have raised, then don't hesitate, do give us a call and I can check those things out for you. But what I've on my experience of the car thus far, be utterly delighted with the vehicle.